These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Complete to Dalvin.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down, Minnesota.
Cousins on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Room here to run. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to... Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And that's what friends are for. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later. Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check 52. Check. Alert. Kill. We're up for signal.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Now it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
14. Zebra. Kill. Turn up. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They run it with Carson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 4 down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Seahawks 6, Vikings nothing.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
On the carry.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's complete to Swain. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. It's a reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings' 9-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
10 yards on the pickup.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Vikings.
Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hello, Witherspoon on the coverage.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that's caught by Smith. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
For DK Metcalf. Incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
You got tight. You got tight right there. One fluff, one fluff. Hey, 22's coming, 22's coming. Mike. Hey, tight.
Throwing again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at the 33-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 39, Wilson. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This is Carson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
20 on the play.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Carson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Watch the safety creep. Go, go, go. He's coming in. We got double up, double up. Patch. Hey, 0, 0, 0. 22, he's coming, 22.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
On the play. First down, Minnesota.
Play fake. Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Third down.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown.
Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
The Vikings will...
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Vikings 8.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Check. Check hot, 25. Check 25.
They go play action with Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll move the chains. Back now in Seattle, Washington. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 27.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
From the 39, Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. One last shot now for Cousins. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score, Seahawks 30, Vikings 16.